Hello and welcome back to Thumbs Up the Photography Show. Today for your delectation we have something rather different for you. Normally we're out and about all over the place bringing you the sights and photographs from all over the UK and beyond. But this time it's something different because it's something special. Thumbs Up the Photography Show, getting our butts down to London, well, so you don't have to.
Hello and welcome to this episode of Thumbs Up the Photography Show. Something a bit special this week. Martin and I have come down to London and we're at the Excel where we are going to go to the photography show.
That's right, Dave. I'm really looking forward to this. Been planning it for a while, myself and Dave, and it's a shame the other guys can't come here, but yeah, really looking forward to going around the show, seeing what gear's out there, what's coming up in the next few months or the next year or so. Maybe check out some of the speakers that are there as well. There's quite a few landscape photographers here this weekend, yeah, just lap it all in, really.
Okay, we've got interviews coming up as well, something planned. We'll have a look at the latest gear and tell you what we think is the most exciting thing that we've seen at the show. We've already spoken to a couple of vloggers.
Yeah, that's right, Dave. We already spoke to Gary Norman and Jamie Overland. They're not here for the photography show this weekend. They're actually here for the urban dance show. So I hope they have fun there.
Okay, we're going to go in now. So we'll make our way into the Excel. See you in a sec.
Hi. Thank you, yeah.
Okay, so I'm with Sam from Sony, and Sam's got a bit of an exclusive for us. Sam, we're landscape photographers.
Yep.
Tell us about your lens.
So this is the brand new 16mm f1.8G lens from Sony, and obviously with that focal length, it's ideal for landscape. It's wonderfully bright. It has a wide range of controls, which I can take you through if you want, and it's also dust and weather sealed as well. So for landscape photographers, that's pretty important.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Okay, tell me about the controls then. What's special about that?
We have a clickable aperture ring, which you can turn the clicking on and off for. So if you're filming, I know most videographers would say you'd never film and change your aperture at the same time, but sometimes you have no choice. We have an iris lock so that you don't accidentally switch from the camera control of the iris ring to, say, f22. Landscape photographers do like f22.
Yeah, we do.
And it also has a customizable key on the side, which you can set to whatever you like. So, but the size and weight, I don't know if you just want to sort of grab that and feel it. I mean, that's on an A7R Mark V.
That's nothing.
It's super, super light. It's also great for video as well. I know your landscapes, but if you were to use it for video on a gimbal, it's just a great all-round lens.
Yeah, 67mm. Thread on it.
Yep, so popular size. I'm sure a lot of people have already got those in their bags. So if you want to use NDs or mist filters, it's a great new lens, and I can't wait. This is actually the first event that we've had this lens at, and you're the first person at this event to hold this lens.
Wow!
So that's. I'm glad you came and spoke to me.
When's it out? When's it released?
It should be available in about 3 weeks' time. So
end of March.
Yeah.
Brilliant. Thanks very much, Sam.
Thank you for your time.
Cheers. Thank you.
Well, we've just come over to the Disabled Photographers Society. Met with Paul here, who's the chairman for the charity, and we just wanted to have a bit of a chat with you, Paul, to see, what the charity is about, what you hope to do as a charity, and obviously with ourselves as landscape photographers, we find with landscape photography, it can be challenging, especially if it's disabled. There aren't necessarily some places you can get to very easily. Yep. And we have in our own channel sometimes tried to promote, roadside photography if you can, because obviously if it's disabled, you can't necessarily walk to some of the places that you go to, but there are some great shots that can be had from the roadside. Yeah. But yeah, Paul, if you want to tell us about what you're here for.
So we are here to raise money, raise awareness, and in doing so, we provide our members with adaptations or equipment to enable them to do photography, whatever genre they choose. So whether it be landscape, streets, portrait, macro.
Yeah.
And we're just here to support them in whatever way we can. We run quarterly competitions, and we are sponsored by people like Vanguard, who provide prizes for our competitions and things like that. So we have quite a lot of interactive members on the internet, things like that. It's based primarily in the UK, and yeah, we're just here to spread awareness of how you can do it, even if you're in a wheelchair or like myself, you're visually impaired. There's always a way.
That's fantastic. And you know, obviously, you mentioned yourself that you're visually impaired. How has that impacted your photography?
Photography's really been sort of therapy. So I was a photographer before I lost my sight.
Yeah.
And since then, it's just I can get out, I can go take the dog for a walk. Sometimes they're blurry shots, sometimes they're not, but it's more the process and a relaxation in just being in nature.
Absolutely. And I think that's why a lot of us do landscape photography. I mean, for myself, I go out for a shoot. I don't necessarily mind if I come back with a shot or not. It's just being out there, as you mentioned, in nature for that mental health of anything. But yeah, for yourself, obviously being visually impaired, I can understand obviously the process must be very rewarding for you.
Yes, it is. It is, certainly. Doing things like this is really rewarding because
Yeah,
it serves the purpose.
absolutely. And have you got any sort of major success stories as a charity, you know, for people that you've helped?
With lots of little success stories. Yeah. And it's getting that person out and about. Some of our members have photographed with disabled events like the Paralympics and things like that.
Wow.
And we just do quite a lot of little things like that.
Yeah. If you can help that one person,
then that's achieved a massive goal.
absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. That makes a lot of sense. No, brilliant. If you're up down to the show, do come and check these guys out. They're doing people can give gear to you to just to basically sell to give back to the charity. I've actually had a look myself. There are some really nice looking vintage lenses, so I'm not going to have another look at those in a bit. But yeah, I really love what you're doing here.
Thank you.
Thank you for giving us your time. I do appreciate it.
Nice to meet you.
Thank you.
We are at the Three-Legged Thing stand, one of my favourite companies, and I'm with Neil. And I bought my Albert from Neil a little while ago. Actually, it's a few years ago now, and Albert's been brilliant. And most of the Thumbs Up photography group use Three-Legged Thing tripods. Neil, why should we use Three-Legged Thing?
Well, we're a British company. We're all photographers. We're quite a small business, independent business. We don't answer to anyone above us. We are super nerdy when it comes to photography, engineering, and I think you can tell that in our portfolio, in the range of stuff we do.
Yeah.
And we are always open to sort of feedback, and we're always sort of like one-to-one with customers, like you've experienced.
Yeah, okay. Let me ask you, actually, one thing I was going to ask you, and I've always wondered, you know, the Albert tripods, there's not a thread to screw an accessory in.
Not yet.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, initially when we bought out the Pro range of tripods, which include Albert and Winston and Leo,
Yeah.
no one had really asked for that at the time.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's something we started to introduce to our new tripods, all of our new Punks range of tripods.
Right.
Have an accessory threading in the side if you want to add accessory lights or microphones or a phone stand.
Yes.
And it's something we're going to be introducing to all of our tripods moving forward.
Cool.
The Pro range is actually one of the last to catch up.
Okay.
Just because it's been around for so long.
Right.
And has been quite tried and tested as it is.
Yeah. Phone tripods.
But yeah. Well, I mean, we're always updating
Yeah.
the range.
Tell us about your new products. You've got mics out now.
Yeah. Well, we're branching a lot more into the sort of content creator market.
Okay.
We've got little, the stream case, sort of a little collection of free microphones, lav mics. We've brought out sort of camera desk mounts for attaching cameras to sort of tasks and accessory arms. We brought out this really cool little window clamp. So that's a camera if you're doing like driving or travel or any kind of sort of like travel vlogging. You want to have a sort of shot of yourself inside of a car, or doing a bit of a description. Yeah, we're branching out to loads of them stuff.
Cool.
Just
Anything exclusive? Anything else you got coming out?
well, this year is going to be a good year. We've got a new range of tripods coming out.
Okay.
We've got a new upgraded range of tripods coming out.
Okay.
And a bunch more content creation stuff.
Cool.
Yeah, it's going to be an exciting year, 2025.
Brilliant. Great stuff. Really cool company. Check them out. Three-Legged Thing.
Right, so we've been walking around for a little bit now and come across this little section here called Accessory Corner. It's got loads of really cool camera accessories. It's a shame Gary isn't here because Gary would absolutely love this. If you know Gary, he's got an accessory for absolutely everything. What I'll do now though is I'll pass you over to Gary for his accessory of the week.
There's one thing I hate about photography, it's carting around all this gear. There must be a way of making it all just a little bit lighter. I've had an idea. Right, the idea's fully formed. The plans are on the back of a fag packet. Cue the music, let's do this business. Wow, what if I was to tell you that I could save you 33% of the weight of any tripod? That's right, any tripod, any make, any brand, 33% lighter. I know, it's amazing. And what would you pay for such an amazing service? How about just £1 English? An absolute bargain. But that's how much I love our Thumbs Up viewers. So you just need to send your tripod to Thumbs Up Photography at care of Shambles House, Shambleton, Shambleside. Then we'll take care of your beloved tripod and we'll convert it into one of our patent pending bipods. Yeah, that's right, you heard it here first. Bipod, remember that name, the 33% lighter bipod. You're going to be hearing loads of that name over the next 12 months, and you wait till next year's photography show. They're all going to be rocking it up with one, all the big names. Thomas Hardcastle, Gavin Heaton, Colin Powell, they're all going to have one of these babies. Oh yeah, let me show you it in practice. You're going to love this. So the important thing to remember is the conversion process means your mounting system remains untouched, whether it be a ball head or a geared head, absolutely no problem whatsoever. So we'll just mount this top quality camera, nice and simple, Arca plate, we all love an Arca plate, and then we're ready to put it into practice. You're going to be blown away. And as well as the mounting system, the actual height of your existing setup remains unchanged. All we do is remove that 33% of dead weight that you've been carting around for no reason. So let me show you it in practice. You're going to absolutely love it. It's brilliant. And I'll tell you something, it's the best pound you'll have ever spent. Oh, you
So I am with Andreas at the Fuji stand, and as a former user, maybe a future user of a Fuji GFX camera, Andreas is going to talk to us about the very latest Fuji camera and why we should buy one.
Yeah, so thanks for coming to the show today. So what I wanted to discuss today is about the GFX system. So we've got the GFX 102 camera here. So this was launched about 18 months ago in September 2023. The GFX sensor is about 70% larger than full frame. Now what that means is to give you bigger pixels. Bigger pixels means more light, more color accuracy, more depth, more sort of like everything basically. When it comes especially to landscape photographers, this is the go-to camera. We have been making medium format cameras since 1948. We know how color looks because we've been making film since 1934, and we're the only film camera manufacturer that still makes film actually. So the GFX, both GFX cameras that we've got have got 100 megapixels, so more than enough to be able to crop in, get all that detail, that dynamic range. It's everything you could want, especially in a landscape camera and more. Okay,
you do the colour profiles as well, don't you, linked to the films?
So we've got 20 film simulations going back to all the classic films that we've done, so Provia, Reala, Acros, black and white. We've got the Velvia as well, which is obviously synonymous with so many landscape photographers. So colour profiles is something that's unique to us. It's not as simple as a couple of sliders on Photoshop. Get it right in camera, and that means you don't need to spend hours behind a computer. You can spend it taking the pictures.
Yeah, I have to say, using the GFX 50R years ago, straight out of the camera, hardly any work done on them whatsoever. Colour is absolutely beautiful. Tell us about the viewfinder quickly, Andreas, could you?
So the viewfinder itself, this is a little attachment that we've got, and you're able to get it as an accessory. So thinking about how cameras were used in the past, so like a waist level finder, you're able to get this little adapter and actually shoot downwards for those people who want to have that classic medium format experience.
Yeah, great stuff. Okay, well, can I ask you the price?
So the GFX 100 retails for $699.
Okay.
So it's just penny short of £7,000. And then we have another 100 megapixel camera, the 100S2, which retails for about £5,000.
Okay, a big investment, but actually...
It's a huge investment, but the thing is, if you are serious about your landscape photography and actually your studio, your portrait, your everything, there is no better system on the market than the GFX.
Yeah, one day I may have another one. Okay.
Well, I can always lend you one.
Oh, lovely, that'd be great. Watch this space. Cheers, Andreas.
Thank
you. Look at me with my new camera. This is my new trunk camera, 5x4. Takes 5x4 film. Looks wonderful, look. And actually, all you do need, to be honest, with a camera, all you need is a sensor or some film and a lens on the front and then a gap in the middle. So why not use wood? Recyclable. Cracking idea. And if you don't like the look of it, just paint it or just shave it off and change the shape of it. Or, if you've got just an old bust hanging around, as everybody has, look at this.
I'd love to see you walk around in the woodland with that.
Brilliant.
Right, so I've been walking around for a bit now. We're coming to the case stand, and it seems that the majority of landscape photographers seem to be congregating around here. I've got Gary Norman next to me here, but there's many other landscape photographers as well. You've got Adam Gibbs, you've got Jamie Overland, Sam Bowes, amongst many other great landscape photographers. But I thought I'd grab the opportunity while we're here to interview Gary Norman, fantastic landscape photographer and street photographer. He is. He won't say it, but... yeah, Gary, I just wanted to have a quick chat with you, see what you've been doing at the show this morning. What have you seen? What have you any items that are there, some products that you've seen that you really like?
Okay. Well, I've been mainly, like you say, congregating around the case stand because this is the landscape photographer's little section, I've got to say. And case, actually, I have to say, because I've had my stuff stolen, as some of you may know or may not know, they've literally given me some filters.
Wow.
So that's really generous of them. So thank you very much, Case. There's your little plug for that. Thank you. And a bag, I think, as well. I've been over to the Vanguard stand as well, and they've got some really good tripods there. I don't know if you check those out.
Okay.
Yeah, they have. Yeah, they've got a new one that looks fantastic. It's got a leveling base, and it just the whole tripod it just sort of clips off on a quick release. It's really interesting. But yeah, other than that, I've just been doing the rounds really. I've had a quick look at the Viltrox lenses and the Mikey lenses. Over at Hohem and Sawyer here. So yeah, it's been great. It's been really good fun.
Fantastic. And I find for myself when I come to the photography show, sometimes it's not so much about the gear; it's about the people that you get to meet and network with.
Absolutely.
Anyone in particular you spoke to this morning?
Well, I've had a chat with obviously Adam Gibbs because we were on the podcast together, but I've also spoke to I'm going to try and speak to Julian Baird. Spoke to Paul Thompson, which has been nice. Mally Davis, I've had a chat with him. Gareth Thanks as well. So and that's true. And then it's also quite nice because there are people who recognise you from doing what you do, and it's quite interesting to see them as well. Because it's always nice to meet people, isn't it, who sort of recognise you and you can give a little bit back to them about from what you do. So yeah,
fantastic. Have you had a look at for the photography contest at the London Camera Exchange? Have a look at the photos there at all?
I haven't yet, but I will go and check that out.
Yeah, definitely should. Yeah. I know Steve from our group. He placed. Well, I think he's certainly one of the short finalists for landscape photography.
Oh, wow. Okay.
For the same photo that he won your podcast contest with.
Amazing.
It's a fantastic image.
What an amazing image that is. Yeah, absolutely stunning. Catching it, River Brathay, wasn't it? Catching it in that light. Amazing. So yeah, well done, Steve.
So Gary, also, what about the podcast? How's that going at the moment? I know you've been doing really busy behind the scenes, putting out a lot of episodes recently, and for myself, I personally really enjoy watching them. And obviously, I really enjoyed that walk. Maybe you didn't, but I really enjoyed that walk that you did last year. Are there any other plans like that for this year?
Not for this year, no. But we've got something planned for 2026. So can't say too much at the moment. Not because it's a secret, but because we haven't organised it properly. Yeah. But we're thinking about doing something in Scotland. I can't quite remember the walk. It's Saint something to Saint something in Scotland. Can't quite remember what it is, but it's quite a long way. But we're thinking about doing part walking, part cycling, and part canoeing. Don't know why.
Sounds interesting.
Yeah, well, it sounds painful, doesn't it? But yeah, I love the podcast. It's a fantastic thing. I really enjoy being part of it. I think I'm only on it really because I do the editing. I'm the only one who'll do it.
You do a really good job of putting it together. It must be said.
It's good fun. It's good fun, and it's we've got a great community, and You know, we have real regular commenters, and we seem to do okay. So yeah, it's good fun.
And what about your own channel? I noticed you put a video out just this week actually with a new camera system.
Yeah,
How are you finding that?
Yeah, good. Yeah, I'm enjoying it. It's something totally different, something I never would have considered getting. You know, Micro Four Thirds was a Micro Four Thirds camera a long time ago, and I was always a full frame guy. But since having the opportunity to use this Micro Four Thirds, it's been brilliant. So yeah, I'm looking forward to it. In fact, there may be a video being made tomorrow for some street photography, Martin.
Which I'll be joining you on. Absolutely. I won't be videoing that because I want to try and concentrate on the street myself.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'll be certainly watching you very, very carefully to see how you go about your day.
Okay, well, you're more than welcome to, you know, any hints and tips you want. There's some other great guys there, so I'm sure they'll help you.
Fantastic.
But yeah, no, it should be good fun. It should be good fun.
I look forward to it. So, Gary, could you do us one favour?
Yeah.
Could you give us a plug for the Thumbs Up Photography group?
Oh yeah. And this is genuine, right? And it's not just because you guys are here, but I would say it's probably the best photography group I'm a member of on YouTube. No, because you've got lots of good ideas.
It's only because you won the contest.
No, I know. Yeah. They got a weekly contest, which is always good fun. They're always doing new and innovative ideas. I love the meetups. You have the virtual meetups, which are really good. And yeah, it's well worth it. So if you get the opportunity, you know, Thumbs Up Photography, have a look. It sounds like a massive plug. I'm actually being genuine.
Okay, so I'm with Andy here at the Kaleidoscope Framing Limited stand. Andy, nice to meet you. And why should our members use you?
So we're a bespoke picture framer on a national basis, working predominantly with trade customers. So a lot of professional photographers, landscape photographers, artists, galleries, all sorts of different things like that. So we offer flexibility. So basically, as long as we can make it, you can order it. It's as simple as that.
So what you do, frames,
Frames, we do printing as well. So we do large format inkjet printing. So everything we've got on display here is the whole job.
Oh, okay.
So you can upload the file to us. We can print, frame, send the product out to you finished.
So with the workflow, well, how does that look like for color profile? sRGB?
sRGB or Adobe 98, yeah. So and then we just go from there. So we, as I say, because we work with the trade as the core of our business, it's setting that up to begin with. So doing some test printing with you and making sure that everything's right from the start. Once we set that up, everything's good then, moving forward.
Yeah, so we can work as a partnership, that's like, yes.
Yeah,
do you post out to the customers? Or
we can post direct to your customers or back to you. So
that's quite nice. I used to work many years ago at the school photography company, so we used to print billions of pictures, you know, and I know how important a relationship actually is.
Yeah, well, that's what we pride ourselves on. We're 27 years old this year.
Oh, okay.
So we've been building our relationships with our customers. We try and work as a partner to your business and try and help you promote the different products that you want to sell to your customer, and also try and tailor them to be unique and individual to you.
Right, okay. What papers do you offer?
So all the papers we print on come from Thermojet.
Okay.
So UK-based company.
Yeah.
We print on Epson Short Color P10000s, so using genuine Epson inks.
Right, okay.
So you've got archival properties there, longevity in terms of what we make is going to last. It's going to stand the test of time. So.
Great stuff. Okay, let's get on it. Let's get some stuff sent to this guy. Lovely. Nice to meet you. Thank you. Good luck.
Thank you. Thanks a lot. Thank you.
Well, I have to say, I'm absolutely shattered. Had a fantastic day here at the photography show in London. What do you think, Dave?
Oh, yeah, I'm exhausted as well, mate. Absolutely. The amount of miles we've done. But it's been so lovely. I mean, the highlights for me have been talking to other photographers. It's so great to finally meet Gary Norman, top fella, Jamie Overland, taller than I expected. Top fella. Lots of other people about. We've been welcomed by all the manufacturers we've talked to, which has been great, and it's been lovely getting my hands on that lovely gear. Although I've kept my hands in my pockets.
I have too, surprisingly.
Well
I have seen a lot of gear though that I would happily, if I had the money on me, go back in there and buy now. I personally, we were shown the new Sony 16mm f1.8 lens. I personally would love that lens. I think for astrophotography, it's going to be a game changer. Anything you've seen, Dave, that really stood out to you?
Yeah, for me, it's the Fuji GFX 100S, I think it is, or Mark II. But what a fantastic camera. Just looked really pucker. I have been a previous user of the GFX system. I do really love that, but I need to have very deep pockets for that.
Very deep
I'm not
pockets.
Sure that's going to go down too well at home.
No, I obviously see what you mean. But yeah, as I said, as you've already said, I really enjoyed just the biggest thing for me today was networking and meeting so many great people, so many YouTubers and vloggers and photographers that I followed for quite some time, actually having an opportunity to meet and talk to them and actually have them, you know, openly wanting to talk to us has been absolutely amazing. Everyone, you know, the whole community of photographers has just been fantastic.
Yeah.
And the manufacturers as well, they've been, you know, really happy to talk to us. And actually one of the highlights for me, I have to say, was meeting the Disabled Photography Society.
Yes. Yeah, that was great.
Absolutely fantastic, a really worthy cause. And yeah, you know, what I'd really like to try and do is really try and push them here on this show if we can, because they're such a worthy cause, as I say.
Watch this space for that.
Yeah, absolutely. But yeah, I think we're going to call that a wrap.
Yep.
So yeah, really hope you've enjoyed this episode just as much as we have walking around the show this morning. If you have, why not hit the like button? And if you've really enjoyed it, why not subscribe to the channel? And another thing to remember as well, we have this fantastic Facebook community, Thumbs Up Photography. There's a link in the description below. Please do go and check it out. It's a great place, a really friendly community with some amazing photographers on there from all levels, from beginner all the way to advanced. And we're just there to try and support each other really. And we have a great contest on there every week as well, Thumbs Up Thursdays, which you should definitely look at entering. But yeah, as I say, go and check that out. But from us in London,
see you next time.
See you next time.
Next week, normal service is resumed. See you then.